Om Klim Kaivalya
September 30th, 2019. I woke up that morning to be greeted by the snow-capped mountains and the beautiful green pasture around Panch Kedar.
Sky seems to have cleared a little bit, so we are hoping to cover the rest of the distance to Rudranath today. I'm still wearing my rain jacket just in case, because after the really heavy downpour last night, it was such an amazing experience. But as always, the spirit is charged and ready to go to Rudranath on such a lovely, cold, wintry morning. Look at all the sheep there. Everybody's waking up to a beautiful morning. So it's about 7 o'clock, just as we are heading out. I wanted to record the glimpse on the other side of Panch Kedar. So down below seems to be a lot of clouds, but I don't think it's still rain clouds. It doesn't, you never know, way out there. But I guess, as you can see, we are literally above the clouds. And there seems to be a sunlight breaking out there. So if Rudra is kind and gracious, he might give us a little more ease to trek to his temple. But well, let thy will be done.
The morning was cloudy and gloomy from a weather perspective, but my spirit reflected a bright and beautiful journey. The sight of the enchanting Himalayan expanse before me was magical, and I was left spellbound.
It's beautiful. So September 30th, 2019, weather, 7 o'clock, it's pretty cold. It's probably 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees centigrade, I would think, because I can feel the fingertips getting numb. Don't ask me what I did with my gloves. I have no idea. In that little dark room out there, I had to pack and do all that stuff, so it's somewhere. Nevertheless, I'm hoping it's going to get warm, so my fingers will survive. But yeah, it does get cold, so if you are planning trek around this time, we should be ready for cold weather, of course, but also like we had yesterday, real heavy rains. So I can see remnants of that in the path. Alright, so now that we got the weather under the radar, distance to be covered is about another 8 to 9 kilometers from Panch Kedar, as they call it. That's what I've been told. I'm not wearing any gadget to measure footsteps or kilometers, but I've been told one way it's about 20 to 22 kilometers. And so we covered about 12 or so, 12 or 13 yesterday. We're hoping to cover 8 or 10 today. Be at the mandir. I want to invoke the Rudranath Shiva energy into the lingam. Do the avahanam, a small prayer. I decided not to do Rudra Abhishekam everywhere because that needs a lot of time and focus. I'm not able to do that alone. Just too much going on. So I will just chant simple Shivopasana mantra after the invocation, consecrate the lingam, and that's it. Put him back in the bag and carry him back to Kaivalya Yoga Gurukulam. reminded of a book I read when I was in Sai Baba's ashram in the 80s, and it touched me very deeply. And the book is called Hind's Feet on High Places. It's an amazing story of how a lame girl decides to go uphill. Something happens. It's vague now, but she finds her prince there. Of course, it's a very deeply spiritual story. Alright, it's beginning to drizzle, so it looks like we're not entirely out of the woods. I'm going to put the camera back in and see when else can I bring it out. The rain is never ending. Rudranath is cleansing, is continuing to cleanse us in this trek. Jai Bholenath. It's been freezing rain. My hands are numb. This is a real test. Pitradhar. This is a place dedicated again to ancestors. So I've already sent mine through to the dimension of the gods. So they are somewhere above these portals. So this gentleman here takes care of this place. He does the puja. Suresh, of course, is busy smoking his सुबह से कितना हो गया? 3 हो गया? हाँ, 3 हो गया. बीड़ी 3. He's already smoked 3. Let's see what else is in store. It's so cold. The rain is not making it any better. So just like Panar, Bugyal, this is another place. Maybe we could have crashed here yesterday, but it would have been a big mistake if we headed out last night. So it's the same kitchen. He's got the same kind of a little place to stretch out.
After Pitrudhar, we trekked through the thousands of beautiful rhododendron shrubs spread all over the mountain and down into the valley. We would rapidly be engulfed by the clouds off and on, and it would rain heavy in short spurts, so heavy at times that we needed to shelter under rocks because it was freezing rain. But an inner calmness and strength seemed to guide me all along. As we neared the last pit stop before Rudranath, called Panch Ganga, the rains became fierce, so we took a break in the hut for some hot chai and Maggi noodles.
We have taken shelter in this little hut at Panch Ganga, another kind of a dhaba, if you will. So the guy is making us hot tea. We said if there's something to eat, he said Maggi noodles, so we said okay. So, something to warm our body. What a trip this has been. This is a real pilgrimage, I think. It's been testing me at least, physically, really pushing it to the limits. Kind of caught a little cold, but other than that, Everything is fine. We'll wait for the rain to subside. Can you hear the rain? Another humbling moment. Something which I would discard as junk food right now is like nectar for me. It's warm, so it helps my running nose, helps me clear my throat, sinuses, whatever you call that. So every kind of food has a time and a place, I guess, and so this is the time and place for Maggi noodles. So Maggi noodles Zindabad. September 30th, 9:15 in the morning, 2019. Pouring rain. On our way to Rudranath, the last 3-4 kilometers. The test is on. The journey is on as well.
The last 2 kilometers before the temple was exhilarating, to say the least. As I neared the temple, my heart began to race, and I experienced a high along with a sense of deep connection to everything around me, an experience that I seldom come across in meditation.
The Pandavas found these portals of divine energies when they were out seeking forgiveness. So these kind of pilgrimages ensures a deep cleansing that happens. All guilt vanishes. Known, unknown. Apparently this is a cave and the face of Shiva was found there. I don't think I can take videography inside, and I'm not going to break any rules. I respect the energies of this place. However, it's fascinating to even think that in this back of the beyond place, these warriors found different energies of Shiva. Many revelations have come to me as I have tread this path in silence and in the chanting. Hopefully I'll get time to share them sometime. They're so crystal clear. A knowing that comes not out of intellectual analysis. As you see, I'm breathing heavy. Partly because I'm excited. Partly also because we're still climbing. These are small huts. ये क्या है? रहने के लिए शायद है. Seems abandoned, but maybe some kind of shelter, which, like, we could use this place to stay for a little bit, I guess. But this is it, my dear sisters, brothers, Rudranath.
I went into a little warm hut with fireplace and met a couple of friendly pilgrims.
जय बोले महाराज. आप यहीं रहते हो?
नहीं हम भी
यात्रा के लिए. अच्छा अच्छा जी. दर्शन हो गया आपका? बढ़िया.
I changed into my traditional Indian attire, ready to go into the divine temple.
And now I'm headed to invoke this energy, this powerful energy into the Shivalinga, so that this energy continues to bless. Kaivalya Yoga Gurukulam continues to guide us, and everyone who visits there in the path of true yoga, yoga for enlightenment, yoga for self-realization. That's what yoga is all about. And it is this deep prayer in my heart. I'm taking these final steps to actually behold the face of Shiva as it emerged in the rock thousands of years ago. How grateful my heart is right now.
Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. 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 Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham.
So the temple is behind me. I had a lovely 1 hour time. Words fail to describe the experience. It's a very, very small temple, and it's almost like a cave inside, and they have a grilled gate beyond which you cannot go in. So there is a small hall outside, and so that's as far as you can go. Only the pujaris is allowed beyond that. They say you cannot touch the face of somebody just like that, so you cannot touch the face of Shiva. So here you can't go and touch an idol or even get close to it. But I was so grateful. I did the avahanam. I invoked this energy into the lingam, It was an amazing, very, very moving experience. Tears kept flowing. I can't even explain. That lovely one-on-one. It was just me and him, and Suresh was sitting. He came in later and joined me. So it was lovely. I sang some bhajans after chanting some mantras and all of that. So there was just the energy of love. There's nothing else but just love. When you hear Rudra, you think there is some fierce energy. And I, especially after all this rain and all that, I thought I'm being tested, and I expected a stern Shiva there, but the energy was so overwhelmingly loving. I just couldn't control myself. It is, oh my gosh, if you're watching this video and if you feel this urge to come, then follow that urge. It's worth every single step of the way, every single pain. It's worth it. The energy there is just amazing, and it's inexplicable to sit there and actually watch a lingam with a face on it. The beauty of it was the priest came in, then he said, I feel like giving you a flower from inside. So he opened the gate, went inside, brought Brahma Kamal, a very rare flower that is offered to Shiva in these areas, and then he gave that to me. He said, keep it for the lingam. And then he looked at me, he said, I want to give you a dhoti as well. So he went, and as I finished my puja, I came out. He was sitting in his home down there, and he brought out a brand new red color dhoti, and he gave it to me. So I thought Shiva clothed me. They gave us some nice prasadam to have. So it was so overwhelmingly loving. I'm going back with gifts of Brahma Kamal, a nice dhoti that I can wear when I now can do Rudra Abhishekam. Anyway, there's so much joy in my heart. So it's 12 o'clock right now, and we are headed back. We'll just keep going down, seeing how far we can go today. And if we can reach Sagar by some miracle, we might. Otherwise, we might stop in one of these bugyals, either Pung Bugyal or Luiti. Let's see, because it's going to be a steep descent as well. Once we cross Pannar, which will be probably 2 hours from now, 2 o'clock, and then we'll see, take a call depending on the weather. Nothing has cleared, as you see here. Nothing has cleared so far. Everything is status quo, so whoever said things are going to clear certainly didn't know what God's plans were. So my dear friends, I'm headed back. I'm going to be putting this camera away for most of the journey, mainly because it's just the same thing going downhill, but also if it's going to be drizzling and rainy like this, I don't want to risk this camera. This is where I wish I had a GoPro which was waterproof. This one is not. It's already getting a little wet from the top. So I am just going to do this vlog, whatever you call it, till we reach this Narad Kund. I'm going to get a sample water from there. This is where sage Narada, who was an ardent devotee of Vishnu, he did tapas here. So I'm not sure what the link is. There's some story about Shiva told Narada, you keep a watch out, when the Pandavas come, just let me know, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so what a beautiful place this is. And this flag here marks the entrance to the temple. So let me stop for a moment here, just go down to Narad Kund, get that also for the record. Next time I'm here, I'm definitely going to spend a whole day. And if we come as a group, we can do bhajans, we can do chanting. It's such a small, quaint temple. There was nobody there, mainly because of the rain, I guess. The time of the year, I don't know. There's just us, there's me, Suresh and Shiva. That's the beauty. So, we can do bhajans, we can do Rudra Abhishekam, we can do chanting, we can do whatever we want. That's the beauty of these little quaint but extremely powerful energetic temples. So please put Rudranath's temple on your what do they call, bucket list. If you are a believer of energies and portals and dimensions, if you experience or want to experience yoga at a deeper level, These are the places where the reflection of your spirit becomes so clear that you walk out completely convinced that there is no difference between you and the divine. And that divine energy is so blissful that no psychedelic drugs can equal that. Nothing can equal that bliss. Right now my head is spinning with joy. So I'm talking most of this. I don't know if I'm going to put all of this, but this is how I'm feeling now coming out of the temple. It's raining. Now I don't care. Now I don't care. I'm going to get wet, sick or whatever. I don't care. I've seen the face of Rudra. Okay, real quick. This is a little pond here. They call this Narat Kund. Okay, I'm going to take a bottle of water from either here or this little pipe. Anyway, it's just for memory's sake. This is Narada still doing tapas. So he's also got just his face there. I'm not sure what the symbolism behind this is. So that's it. This is Rudranath. Goodbye, Rudranath. Until next time.
Please consider subscribing to our channel on YouTube, the KYG channel, so you stay tuned to fresh yoga and spiritual content from KYG. Thank you for watching. Enrich your practice, empower your mind, enlighten your spirit. Namaste.
Kaivalya